Hi, my name is Grace Butler, and I'm going to be presenting on social media, how it affects men and women differently, including mental health issues associated with social media and gender. Social media use is very common in this day and age. In fact, the majority of the global population uses social media in some form, with around 4.74 billion users participating and climbing an average of 34 million annually, according to datareportal.com. With this being the case, a huge portion of the global population is being subjected to all the side effects of social media, some being unintended. Social media first started in the early 2000s, with the introduction of MySpace being the first popular social media outlet and the first to reach 1 million users. MySpace was originally founded as a venue for aspiring musicians and bands to share music and concert dates, and had grown into a complex site where users could create profiles, including photographs, blogs, music, or movie preferences, as according to TechTarget. Since then, various social media websites have come out as the result of growing demands and changing needs in how people want to share their lives online. Whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or Snapchat, a common thing among these platforms is that they can cause a lot of harm to their users. Conditions such as anxiety, depression, eating disorders, and body dysmorphia are all conditions that are highly prevalent in social media users, and the statistics in regards to how men and women are affected by these conditions are fascinating. Children today have grown up in a culture that is heavily influenced by the media. According to research, by the year 2020, females between the age of 1 and 8 will watch 2 hours of screen media every day, the bulk of which will be videos, particularly those on YouTube. Additionally, as kids become older, their screen time only increases. Teen girls use screens for entertainment on average for 8 hours per day in 2021, compared to approximately 5 hours per day for tween girls. Similar to younger children, the majority of that time is spent watching videos, but by the time they reach adolescence, kids also spend an hour and a half every day on social media. Girls as young as 5 begin to feel more dissatisfied with their bodies if they watch YouTube media that emphasizes appearances, and by the time they are teens, kids have frequently internalized what the media says about how boys and girls should look. This might cause girls to self-objectify or to think that their outside beauty counts more than their inner traits. Lower body esteem, body shame, anxiety, and depression are connected to this. Additionally, poor body images and mental health issues such as depression can be brought on by medium stereotypes about girls' looks and sexualization. Girls feel less brave, more insecure, and less heard by the time they are teenagers than males do. This problem appears to be caused, at least in part, by the death of strong, relatable female role models in the social media they consume. The effects of exposing girls and women to powerful female role models are overwhelmingly beneficial. For instance, studies have indicated that more than half of the female participants were motivated to be more assertive and ambitious by female film and social media role models. Boys are drilled from an early age to be the cornerstone of the home, the personification of strength. I imagine you all have probably heard the saying, "Boys don't cry," and I believe this sums up the situation nicely. Men aren't supposed to come out as weak or vulnerable. Doing so would undermine the common perception of men as aggressive and dominant. Due to gender stereotypes, it might seem nearly difficult for males to seek out and ask for help without the fear of being judged. Mental health is a very delicate topic that we try to avoid in regards to men. However, men are also greatly affected in regards to social media and their mental health. As was previously said, one of the most significant problems caused by social media is body image. When mental health and body image are involved, it is frequently assumed that women are the only ones who are concerned. Males frequently hold this idea of the ideal physique and feel under pressure to uphold it, but what appears to be a physical problem quickly turns into a mental burden. A severe preoccupation with achieving this unattainable idea quickly develops into body dysmorphia, which quickly takes over your life with no relief from hours of scrolling and double tapping. Constantly being subjected to content that portrays what you are supposed to look like is a burden that doesn't discriminate on gender, and society needs to be better on recognizing the effects it has on men as well as women. High-profile athletes are opening out more and more about their battles with eating disorders and issues related to their mental health and body image. How can we even begin to understand the effects these social media commercials are having on regular boys and men if even the models for them, who are often the standard that everyone uses to compare to, are struggling themselves? Men also struggle in more ways than just body image. We frequently ignore the stereotypes that the principal breadwinner in the household is a man, or that men should pay for the first aid. Men truly feel tremendous pressure to own these things as a result of postings on Snapchat and Instagram, showing expensive vacations, hotels, and vehicles. The perception that a luxurious lifestyle is the only desirable one to have in order to be happy is perpetuated by the significant influence that wealth plays in shaping our culture. However, these ideas can contribute to deep dissatisfaction in one's life and subject men to depression and anxiety. OnlineTherapy.com shares that 61% of men struggle with depression as a result of social media usage, as compared to 50% of women on social media, and these numbers are only rising. For all genders, the conventional gender representation in the media have serious repercussions. For instance, exposure to traditional gender stereotypes affects how girls view their present interests and potential futures, which may discourage them from pursuing rewarding occupations, particularly in STEM subjects. It also may discourage men from pursuing occupations that are seen as more feminine, and the effects that conventional gender representation has on men and women can create deep dissatisfaction, which can lead to higher rates of depression. Social media users are becoming more and more conscious of the superficiality of social media. However, social media can be very addicting, and so while a person may understand that the use of these social platforms is harmful, it may also be very hard to stop. It creates this constant cycle that feeds into mental health struggles, such as higher rates of depression, anxiety, extreme stress, body dysmorphia, loneliness, and even suicide. It is so important that we address these issues before it's too late, because these conditions can be devastating to a person and their quality of life. Thanks for watching, and here the following are the works cited pages.